Welcome to the Highly Effective Man podcast, hosted by former Navy SEAL turned life and fitness coach. I'm your host, JP Bolwan. This podcast is your resource for unlocking the healthiest, most productive, and highly effective man within you. Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Highly Effective Man podcast. I want to thank you for listening, and I'm really excited to bring this episode to you guys today. I'm talking about mental toughness, as you can tell from the title, and it's something that's been on my mind for a while, something that, I get a lot of questions about because people have heard about my past, going through SEAL training, playing football in my 30s or playing rugby or whatever it is. And, at first when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, okay, what can I talk about that can help people get through tough times or stressful times? And the more that I thought about it, and the more that I think about it, the less value I saw in talking about that without first talking about what we're going to talk about today. I know that mental toughness is one of those buzzwords that, people get excited about and people can't get enough of. And some people just kind of think that if I could just get my mind right, or if I could just be mentally tough, that it's just going to solve all their problems, right? Like they're just going to have success. And it's weird because, the more people that ask me about mental toughness or how did I get through something, the less value I see in just, doing hard things. I mean, hard things do make you, or the hard things do build confidence in you and to be able to do other things. And, I think when people set their sights on something that is, grand or difficult, like SEAL training, and they have to go through the pain and struggle to accomplish the goal, I think people look at that from the outside and they say, wow, that guy's mentally tough, right? And it's they're looking at it from the outside and they're like, man, I don't know if I could do that, or, that type of stuff. And it's really that, there's a lot of people giving up. And what I want to chalk it up to is that they just didn't want it bad enough. In my mind, it's that simple. Like, I got through SEAL training because I wanted it more than anything else. I went and played football in my 30s because I wanted it more than anything else. And if there was anything standing in my way, I eliminated it. It didn't matter what it was. And it's like, when people do this wrong, like they have these wishes or ideas of things that they would like to accomplish, and there's no real reason behind it. It's like, yeah, that would be nice. That would be great. Or this would be good in my life. And, if they fall short, they blame it on one reason or another, but the harsh reality is that they didn't want it bad enough. It's not a lack of mental toughness. It's just that they didn't want it, right? And I think if you want something bad enough, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there, right? And so, I was going to talk about all these different lessons and how you could, slowly build that mental toughness muscle, or whatever you want to call it. And, you can't do that unless you have a real reason behind what you're doing or what you're pursuing. I mean, you have to have the mindset that there's nothing else more important in the world. That is the true key to success. The true key to success is wanting to accomplish something more than anything else. If something gets in your way, it doesn't matter. You go through it or you go around it, whatever it takes, you still do it, right? You have to want it when it gets hard. You have to want it when you don't want to do it. You have to want it when you have a million other things to do. You have to want it when it's just a pain in the ass or it's inconvenient. You have to want it when it takes a lot of hours, or you have to get up early, whatever it is. You have to want it when there seems like it's never ending, or there's never going to be an end. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, this is a big one for SEAL training, right? You have to want it when you feel like you can't take the pain any longer. And I attribute that even to like boxing, jiu-jitsu, any kind of combat martial arts, whatever it is. I mean, there's times when you're on the mat or whatever it is and you feel like you can't go any further. You can push further. I mean, you have to want it though, right? When your lungs are burning and everything's hurting, you have to want it. You have to keep going. You have to want it when you fail. I mean, that's a big one. And then you have to want it again if you fail again and again and again. I mean, the bottom line is you have to want it like your fucking life depends on it, right? There's nothing outside of that, right? When you want something that fucking bad, there's no stopping you. You will do whatever it takes to accomplish the goal. And if you fall short and give up, don't blame it on your lack of mental toughness. Blame it on not wanting it bad enough. That's the truth, right? You just didn't want it bad enough. You know, I mean, you could apply this to any goal. Losing weight, trying to build a business, you know, going after your dream, whatever it is, it's just a fucking dream unless you really want it. You got to get after it. When you can find the fire inside you, like I tell you, I'm fired up right now. But seriously, when you can find the fire inside you to accomplish your goal, there's no stopping you. You will do whatever it takes to accomplish the goal. And then when you've accomplished that goal, here's the great thing, is that people will look at you and what you have done, and they will say, wow, that motherfucker right there, he's mentally tough, or she's mentally tough, right? That's the fucking key right there, is you got to want it more than anything else in the world. And when you want it that bad, you will do whatever it takes to get there. I'm telling you, I was thinking about this, and that's where I'm at. You know, there's nothing more important than that. When you get there, when you find that fire, get after it. All right, guys, let's go. Thank you for listening to the Highly Effective Man podcast. If you enjoyed or learned something on this episode, do me a favor and share this with somebody who you think needs to hear it. And one last thing, if you want to work with me as your coach to help you get fit, be more productive, and in general, just be the most effective version of yourself, head over to my site, higherlevelcoaching.co. Once again, that's higherlevelcoaching.co, and schedule a call with me there. Thank you again. Let's go.